it's Misty from the Suburban Edge, and it is fall, and it's that time again where our thoughts turn to turkeys. No, not the people in the stores. Actual turkeys. I love making this in the fall, and it's not because of Thanksgiving or anything like that. To me, it's about this time of year. I'm pretty sick of school lunch sandwiches. I make a lot of school lunch sandwiches. You know the kind: bread, mustard, meat, cheese, maybe some pickles, maybe some onions, mayonnaise, bread, right? Every day. Gets really boring. So I had some packaged turkey. Well, I came up with this harvest turkey salad. You can use leftover turkey, which is why I think it's kind of timely for right now. But I'm just going to use this packaged lunch meat. This turkey, it's just oven roasted turkey. You're going to need one small apple, or half of a big apple. You need some very sharp aged cheddar cheese, any kind. I've used Coastal, I've used Old Crock. I'm going to use this Dubliner. I think it's really good in there. You'll need about a half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of sweet onion. I happen to have a half of one here. Some stone ground mustard, some mayonnaise. Please don't substitute for the non-mayonnaise white salad dressing. Don't whip it. Don't whip it good. Mayonnaise only. And you'll need some celery. And you'll need some poultry seasoning. Ready to get started? You need a smaller bowl. In the smaller bowl, you're going to put a half a cup of mayonnaise and 1 tablespoon of stone ground mustard, a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. So let's do that. You can make your own mayonnaise. You can use the fancy, expensive kind of mayonnaise. I frankly love Winco mayonnaise. It tastes just like one of the best brands that are out there that I'm not going to name, but it does taste just like a name brand. Very popular food, mayonnaise. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to put this in the bowl. Then you need a tablespoon of stone ground mustard. Put that in the bowl. Next thing to go in the bowl is 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I'm using my homemade poultry seasoning. I'll link the video for that at the end, and also I will put a link to the poultry seasoning recipe and this recipe down below in the subscription box. If you don't know me, my name's Misty, and you are on the Suburban Edge, where together you and I can learn modern homesteading skills. If I do a recipe, you're going to find a link to it down below, so don't feel like you have to write everything down. I did it for you. Also, if you like this content, please leave a like down below. It costs you nothing, but it does wonders for our channel, and I'm trying to grow our channel, so consider subscribing. Let's get on with this. Mix up your dressing and set it aside. Next, you're just going to do your basic chopping. You need about 2 cups of chopped up turkey breasts. And like I said, I'm just using regular oven roasted sliced turkey lunch meat. What you want to do is cut it up kind of fine in smaller pieces. So you want about 2 cups. I usually just eyeball it, but for you, I'm measuring. That was 1 cup. I need to chop the 2nd cup, and then we'll move on. So now I have my 2 cups in the bowl. I need to wash my hands. And also, while I'm gone, I'm going to peel this apple. The recipe calls for 2/3 cup apple. This is a Honeycrisp apple, something along those lines. Don't use like a Golden Delicious. You want that tartness to come out in this concoction. Now, since this is a relatively small apple, I'm just going to peel it and use the whole thing. You don't have to peel it. I found that the peels sort of get in the way with the overall mouthfeel of this turkey salad. But, I mean, this is you. You do you. So I'm going to peel mine. So I'll be right back. So I'm just going to chop up this apple the same dice, about a 1/4 inch dice as the turkey. Maybe. I'm going to get a different knife. Put your apples in your bowl. You'll need half a cup sweet onion, diced the same dice, like just a really fine dice. This is also the perfect thing to use your fancy chopper on, but I'm too lazy to wash it. This is a one knife, one cutting board situation. You want to avoid somebody getting a big bite of just one thing. Like you don't want to get a big bite of just apple or a big bite of just onion. You want those flavors to really meld in the salad. So that's why we're chopping everything into a fine dice, almost a mince. You might be asking why I'm not using a food processor. I still like the chunkiness of it. So you can use a food processor. If you do, let me know how it turned out. Let me know in the comments below. I think that would be awesome. So I like the looks of this. We're going to go ahead and add it to the bowl. You need a half a cup of dried cranberries. About like that. You'll want a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of aged white cheddar. I like a little more, so I'm probably going to err on the 3/4 cup size. You want to chop it the same dice as everything else, that same small bite, really fine diced. The last thing you need to add to your bowl is a half a cup of finely diced celery. These hearts are kind of tiny, so I'm probably going to end up using both. I'm going to go over to the sink and wash them really well, and then we'll trim off the ends and get to chopping. My friend Tracy thinks it's hilarious that I say beans so much, so I'm working really hard not to talk about beans in this video. See what I did there? All right. We're just going to trim off the yucky ends and probably half of the wide end. You want to run your paring knife along the edge and pull off any real stringy strings. These are sort of tender hearts of celery, so they don't have as many as some celeries. It's worth taking the extra step. Okay, we're just going to chop up our celery just like everything else. And guess what we're going to do? Are we going to put it in the bowl? Yes, we are. We're going to put it in the bowl. There it is, in the bowl. Mix up the contents. You can use your hands or a spatula. Just make sure you're breaking it all up. Like I said before, you don't want a bite of just apple or just turkey. It's like any other salad mix. You want it really blended up. Once you have that done, you just fold in your dressing and you have a delicious salad. You could serve it over lettuce. You can put it in a wrap. I love to do that with a little hummus. So good. You could also serve it on mini croissants. I like to do that when I put my appetizers out for Thanksgiving. Give everybody rolls or mini croissants and a bunch of different toppings. This is a great side dish for that. Or we love to just keep it in the fridge. Mark likes to eat it on crackers. It's just a tasty, tasty little harvest salad. I hope you give it a shot. Let's go ahead and put our dressing in. It smells so good. That homemade poultry seasoning is so good. I hope you give that a try too. You'll have to check that video out at the end of this video if you haven't already seen it. You just want to coat every part. If it dries out in the fridge, you can just easily mix a little bit of mayonnaise with a little stone ground mustard and throw a little bit more in, but I prefer it this consistency. I don't want it sogging out. Right now, I'm just going to do the taste test. I want to get a little bit of everything. Yum. That was a taste sensation. I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this, please like, please subscribe. We are growing my channel, and yeah, God bless you. If you want to watch some other videos, there they are. Have a great day. Bye.